Meet Nicole Smith Ludwig, a woman who redefines the meaning of fearless. She climbed all the way to the top of the Burj Khalifa. Yes, the 828-meter tallest building in the world, and calmly stood there as if it was just another day at work. Why? To film a breathtaking campaign for Emirates Airlines. Nicole isn't just brave, she's a professional skydiver and one of only 7 people to ever climb it. I think one of those 7 was Tom Cruise. I don't know. It's Tom Cruise, so maybe he even climbed it twice, right? But this woman, apparently, same thing, right? And so one of the things I want you to do before we do anything else is I want you to look at this and I want you to ask yourself, do I think this is real or fake? And I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to do that I don't want you to do that and think that that's something you should be doing when you see a picture like this. It's not. Just go and check the picture, just like we're about to do, right? But, in this case, I want you to look at it and think about what you think without checking it. And the reason I want you to do that is the minute that we check it. If you thought it was real and it turns out to be fake, right? You'll be like, I always knew it was fake. I always knew it was fake. And if you thought it was fake and it turned out to be real, it's like, oh, I wasn't fooled. I thought it was real, because that's just the way we all are. We all are that way. And so when I ask you to look at these photos and think, hey, do you think it's real or fake? I'm not asking you to do it as if it's something that you should be doing regularly. Just go check the photo. I'm asking you here to look at this for a minute. Long intro. Look at this for a minute and ask yourself, do I think this is real or fake, so that when we do this in a moment, you can be surprised. Now, when we get to the other side of this, if you're right, I do want to remind you that you just got the equivalent of a coin toss right. You got a 50-50 chance. Right. So even if you get it, please don't think, oh, I am, I don't know. They're going to hire me at artificial intelligence, CSI or something like that. All right. Is that show still on, that CSI thing? Like, feels like 10 years ago, like there were 18 shows on the air, and ending with CSI. Anyway, enough of me talking. My gosh, we're 2 minutes in. Let's get going. Why am I babbling? So what's the reality of this? Nicole Smith Ludwig is a professional stunt woman, skydiver, and adventurer. So that reinforces what we saw. She gained global attention for her role. She was playing a role there. She's not actually a flight attendant, in case you thought she was. Was that something that you thought about? Maybe not. In the viral Emirates airline advertisement filmed at the pinnacle of Burj Khalifa. Now, that would say just about everything in the text is right in this case then, right? So this is a real photo. We can see it's on her, if we want to track it down here, it's on her portfolio site. Real photo. This is a stunt woman, a motivator and speaker, yoga instructor, which I was laughing, and then I'm like, yeah, actually, like climbing Burj Khalifa, probably pretty useful. It was meticulously planned and not a CGI effect, and then rigorous planning, real footage, etc. And so the photo, completely real. Almost everything in the text, real. If you were looking at this and thinking, oh, well, this is a particularly talented member of the airline Emirates cabin crew, then that's not true. But yeah, I mean, very real. We're at 3:59, 4 minutes here. It is 5:57 in the morning. And I will say one other thing about this. I'm going to sneak in some epistemology here, because we did this thing where we looked at this photo, right? And then we checked it, and either it was real or true. I think, do y'all know this definition of knowledge as justified true belief, right? So knowing something isn't just knowing something is true, right? It's being able to justify it, right? It's having a justified true belief. And I want you to think of that here too, because I think when you were looking at this photo before, right, and you said, oh, I think that this is real, or I think this is fake. Maybe you got it right. Maybe you got it wrong, right? But one of the things that you probably did not have if you got it right, was justified true belief, right? So you had the true belief, but you didn't have the knowledge, because what would be the justification for it? The justification probably would have been something that doesn't actually mean anything. You might say, well, I think it's real because this is possible. I mean, I guess so. I mean, is that a justification? I think this is real because I don't see any artifacts and this woman doesn't have 7 fingers. Well, that's not really a justification. You can do this with nano banana, right? Like even if you got it right, you didn't know it. And part of what we're doing when we do these tasks is we're getting from belief, which may be right and may be wrong, but even where we're right, we're getting from belief to knowledge, right? Getting from belief to knowledge. Knowledge is justified true belief. And that's what we did this morning. Go get yourself a cup of coffee, and I will see you tomorrow.